Hello, everyone. My guest today is Jake Diner. He's an innovation and technology expert with 2 decades of experience in product management. Currently, the company he's working on is Elafris. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, he graduated from MSU with a degree in computer science. And after working for over a decade in corporate leadership roles, including positions at Belkin and Dell, he decided to use his experience to build startups with a focus on those serving the insurance industry. That's what led him to where he is today as CEO of Elafris, a San Francisco-based company that has built artificial intelligence-powered chatbot technology designed to help insurers meet the engagement expectations of today's consumer. Jake, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So tell us about the company, and specifically, is it a kind of a pure play SaaS model, or how do you make money?
Well, first of all, our company, Elafris, has solved the problem of engagement between the consumers and insurance company. It started from my personal experience where I got pulled over and a cop asked a very simple question, proof of insurance. And I happened to have a smartphone app, my insurance smartphone app on the phone, and that app started update itself the first time I launched it. So I'm sitting there in the car with the cop standing right next to me, flashing the light in my eyes, and we're both waiting for the app to update itself. It took about 5 minutes, poor connection. The app updated itself, then it asked for username and password. And I had no idea what it is because I've never used my insurance app before. So that's what kind of pushed us. Well, there got to be a better way to engage with our insurance companies as consumers. So that's how we started our company. And essentially, we merged into building virtual insurance agents. So we are teaching AI to be capable of augmenting and perhaps in the future replacing insurance agents.
And who's buying the software? Consumers, they pay for the app, or insurance companies themselves?
No, it's there's no app. It's an AI platform, SaaS platform, which insurers buy, and it sits between insurance systems, which is a policy administration or agency management system, and a channel that consumer is communicating with. So if you got pulled over somewhere, you want to ask a quick question to your insurance company, you can just text. You send an SMS to your insurance company, and on the back end, instead of agent, you have AI answering. Or if you want to check with Alexa the status of your claim, where's the check, has it been approved, what else needs to be done, you just talk to your insurance company using your preferred channel communication. And our AI will understand it. It will manage the dialogue, manage that conversation, and pull the required data from the insurance
so Jake, let's go back to the example of the police officer there. So with your solution, you would have opened your phone, and where would you have gone?
Text. I would just send an SMS to my insurance company.
And how would you know what that number is?
Well, that number is on my insurance ID card.
But didn't you have to log into the app to get the card?
Good point. So I do have to establish that contact, right? So I know who is my insurance company, and I can pretty much just search in a messenger channel. So, for example, I can. So before I can contact them, I have to know who they are.
But Jake, just to be clear, I would imagine most of myself listening right now, if I asked you to tell me your insurance company's number right now, none of them would be able to respond to that. So it goes back to the same problem you had earlier. They'd still have to have the app.
Well, you have to have a contact information, not the app itself.
Okay, well, let's say I just got pulled over. I don't have the contact information. How would I get that without downloading the app?
You can search for this.
Okay, so I go on Google. I search for Blue Cross or nationwide car insurance call-in number.
Yes, yeah. You can search for literally. So, for example, you can just type in Google, and it can say nationwide, and the number that come up, that's the number you should be able to call.
Okay, so I'm going to text that number, and it's going to write back on this is a landline that can't accept texts.
That's a mistake. That line should be able to accept text as well.
Okay, and is that what you're providing?
Correct.
Okay, got it. All right, I think I understand now. So walk me through pricing. What's the average insurance kind of company paying you per month for this?
Well, it's based on the size of the insurance company, and we typically charge between $5,000 to $10,000 a month for insurance companies.
Okay, and size based off what? Number of agents, number of policies issued, what?
Well, insurance industry is measured on the books, so how many policies they sold essentially. So based on the amount of policies.
Okay, got it. And that's what you price based off of.
Correct.
Okay, and let's again put this on a timeline for me. When did you launch the company? What year?
We launched it 2 years ago.
So call it 2016. And sole founder, or do you have a team?
Oh, there are two founders, myself and Michael Shapiro. He is my college classmate.
Oh, very cool. Do you guys split 50-50, or who has more?
We split 50-50.
Oh, very good. Fair. Interesting. What happens when you both disagree?
Well, we actually we also reserve some voting rights for advisors. So that's a good way to manage disagreement, is to bring external voice.
Got it. What's the total team size today?
14 people.
14. And where's everybody based?
We have team split in San Francisco area, in Ohio, from all places, and Kyiv, Ukraine.
Yep. Good spots. And what have you scaled to in terms of customers? How many customers are you working with?
So we have today 4 customers who use our solution, and in our pipeline we have about 10 more.
Okay.
Insurance business, it's a very long sales cycle business because they're very risk averse and they want to make sure they get the best technology. So we go through a lot of pilots, a lot of RFPs to make a sale.
Mm-hmm. So 4 customers paying kind of a minimum of $5,000 per month. It's fair to say you're doing about $20,000 a month right now in revenue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly.
Okay. I mean, is it lower or higher? Whoa.
No. It's about right.
That.
It just depends. Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes a bit less. So.
Okay. And talk to me about growth. Where were you a year ago this same time? How much revenue?
Well, a year ago we didn't have anyone, so we acquired all customers within 1 year.
Okay. So when did you launch the pricing?
Pardon me?
When did you launch the pricing? Because you said the company was created in 2016.
Yeah, it took us about a year just to build initial proof of concept.
Got it.
Because it's an AI platform on the back end, so we don't use Google's or IBM's. We've tested them all out. They don't sufficient what we're doing. So we have a very sophisticated natural language processing platform that understands the text. And on top of that, we have a very complex dialogue manager that essentially understands what to do with it. So for example, you texting me a quote, right? On my back end, I'm analyzing, all right, so you probably want to start a quote. I need to understand which type of quote you want to start. Like you have insurance that supports auto, home, and life. So I'm going to, well, which quote would you like to get? Home, life, or auto? And you're going to say pet insurance, right? Totally unexpected, not answering the question I've asked you. So I have to be able to understand, well, what am I doing next? Where am I taking you? Because you just asked something I don't have an answer for.
Yep. So I understand.
Took a while to build it.
And have you bootstrapped it or did you raise?
Oh, we bootstrapped.
Okay. So you and your co-founder just kind of sunk in the money for the first year to support the thing and pay yourselves or not probably, you probably didn't pay yourselves. Yeah.
No, we're still not paying ourselves.
How much did you guys put in?
Put about $500,000 each.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And so, I mean, how long will that take you? What do you hope to grow revenue to while you still have that money in the bank?
Well, we are right now, so we're about to run out of money now. So we started to raise our seed round. We're raising about $1.5 million. And right now we are in the process of negotiating the term sheet.
The what? No, the term sheet. What do you hope?
With the venture capital.
Are you doing a convertible note or a priced equity round?
A note.
A note. Okay. So what do you think? I mean, if you raise 1.5 million on a note, what kind of cap are you hoping to get? What interest rate? What terms are you hoping to get?
Well, it's this is what we're negotiating right now, so I cannot speak about that.
Well, again, all I'm asking is what would you consider successful? What are you aiming for? What cap do you want to get?
So if we can get 5 or 6 million, that would be nice as a cap.
Yeah. And then most of the other terms are pretty standard, right? A 20% discount, right? A 6%, 8% interest rate, things like that. Well, actually, we're going with the safe, so there's no interest there, just the discount and the cap. Very good. Well, look, I hope that closes. I hope then obviously you use that capital and continue to drive growth. How many months of runway will that 1.5 get you if you close it? Well, the plan is to get it to 18 months. 18 months. Got it. And do you have any economics yet around like churn or lifetime value in CAC, or is it too early? It's still too early to be, to pound yourself in the chest. But what we've noticed, and this is what they like, is the improvement in the quote conversion rates. It's the improvement in the amount of payments. So one of the things that the chatbots or using, it's sometimes people call it chatbot. So one of the things the chatbots can do, they know how to re-engage people.
as opposed to the web forms on the website. So because you close the browser and the conversation is gone. But the chatbot, because it lives on the channel which consumer has, so it's SMS channel, Facebook Messenger, or Amazon Alexa, it always can come back and re-engage you and ask follow-up questions and remind you about things.
Yep.
So we're seeing a greater payment collection. So lifetime value for our customers is increasing. So some of our customers on average had 3 or 4 payments that they were able to collect.
You mean from people that bought insurance from them?
Correct. They're able. So it's called amount of payments. So we are aiming to increase the amount of payments by 25%.
That's got it. And that's one of your key value props.
Correct.
Very good.
We help collect more payments. Yep.
Very good. All right, let's wrap up here with the famous 5, Jake. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Art of the Deal.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
No.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building a business?
HubSpot.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
6 if I'm lucky.
All right, and what's your situation? Married, single, do you have kids?
Married, have a daughter.
1 kiddo, and how old are you?
4.
No, how old are you?
Oh, how old am I? Still 4. I'm 40.
40. All right, last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew? That no matter how hard you prepare for life, it's always going to get harder. Life will get harder. That's just the way it works, guys. There you have it from Jake. Again, I had a lot of experience at Dell. Other companies decided to take the leap in 2016, put in about $500,000, him and his co-founder, of their own money to build Elafris, which basically is, again, a chatbot for insurance agencies. It helps them get more payments. It helps them make more money from their customers. They currently have 4 customers paying $5,000 a month, so $20,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue. Their team of 14 based between San Francisco, Ohio, and Kiev, Russia. Again, they're raising about $1.5 million right now, hoping to get a 5 or 6 cap on that. We wish you the best, Jake, and thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you.